Well, I had to run over to Escanaba, so I thought I'd stop at the spot in Delta County where I had the tree pushed down a year and a half ago. We're going to be running out of daylight here real quick, so we'll make a quick loop down by the river, see what we hear. As always, it seems like this was not a planned trip. I had to run over to Escanaba and argue with UPS because they won't deliver packages to my parents' house, even though they do my house, and we're side by side, so through the woods, but still adjoining properties. I went through the same thing with them. Took me 8 months to get them to deliver a package, so anyways, I digress. It's been raining on and off all day. I would have planned on this. I would have wore my muck boots. So this is the location back in March of 24 where I had a tree pushed down. This is a rustic federal campground that has numerous reports stemming from it, some of which were filed to the BFRO. I originally followed up on a couple of those years ago. There is one camper at the campground, which surprised me this time of the year. The tree was pushed down. They just crossed this bridge, and it came from down in that way, down into the river valley. I was actually exiting this area, going back that way when it happened. I did have a video on that one that day. In my earlier videos, I think it just titled Tree Pushed Down Delta County or something like that. Well, that's going to come down here before long. This is why I wish I had muck boots instead of low top shoes. Squish, squish. Whew, this boardwalk is slippery. This is a beautiful area. I hear the river. I hear lots of bird noises. The day the tree was pushed down, started out with a lot of bird noises, and it just went dead quiet, which I noted in the video. It's always a giveaway. Just all animal noises ceased. This is actually my first trip over here in several months. We are losing daylight fast. I have no equipment with me, so like I said, this is an unplanned stop. So there's the river. I have the camera, a handgun, and a flashlight, so that is all I got with me. I keep a backpack with stuff ready to go, but it's in my other truck, so. Fallen logs have made a kind of a waterfall. Really not a natural waterfall, but still beautiful. Whoa, this stuff here is just like grease. All these tree roots, those are slipperier than heck. Ooh, this is a The trail system through here is just so dilapidated. They let this trail system just go. Everything's just rotted away. Oh, this is a muddy mess. This used to be a boardwalk. Probably about the last 8 to 10 years, they've just let it go. All your steps are missing here. I mean, it's a shame. It's a beautiful area, but it's not a priority for the feds. Oh, shit. Almost derped it there. That stuff there is just like grease and it's at a steep angle. We'll bypass the boardwalks. This would not be a fun place to fall and break your leg and have to try to get out. Because it's all uphill getting out of here. Keep saying I'm gonna come fishing here, see if there's brookies in here, but just haven't done it yet. I'm thinking there is. Just heard a squirrel, but now that I sit and think about it, I hear absolutely nothing as far as birds. Back where we started, there's a ton of bird noise. That's the one thing I always key in on is how much animal noise do we have? It seems like when these things show up, all animal noises always cease. This bridge is basically condemned last time I was here. Well, it still is. They nailed the board over it now. Apparently that's their fix for it. We can send billions to Ukraine, but we can't keep up with the trail system. I'm surprised they had the energy to come and screw a board in here. Absolutely beautiful area. I did come out here over late at night one time. I can't remember if it was this spring or last spring. It kind of runs together. But I had no activity that time. Been hoping for a repeat of the tree being pushed down, but I've had that happen about a half a dozen times now. That's just a way for them to scare you out of the territory. When you stand your ground or actually go to where the tree came down, which is what I did, they just back off and vanish. So. Well, there's no sign saying we can't use the bridge. Just for safety reasons and not to upset anybody, we'll pause for a minute. All right, U.S. Forest Service, I did not use your bridge you have the board over. I went across the river. How's that? Man, this stuff is slippery. My shoes get pretty good traction, but this stuff is like grease. This kind of goes up into an upland hardwood area. Eventually out back out onto the Blacktop Road, and you got about a quarter mile walk back to the campground. It's just basically a giant loop. But right now I'm just listening for birds and squirrels, because that tells me a lot, and I hear nothing. This time of the night they should be very active at the last light. Oh, there's a squirrel. He either spotted me or heard me. Red squirrel. Or he spotted something. Oh, this is just a muddy mess. All the rain we've had. Oh well. The things I do for you guys. This side over here would be a beautiful place to bow hunt. Actually, most of the deer I've seen have been on the other side of the river where we came in at. There's enough oaks over here. Should be acorns on this side. The other side's mostly all cedar. There's going to be an area up here where the trail's basically washed right out. That's where you basically got to scramble down the bank and up a bank, and we're going to stop there and just double back. I just wanted to hit this on the way home. I haven't been here in a while. I still want to come here and camp for a night. in the rooftop tent before I park the truck for the winter. I actually have that tent set up for cold weather camping, so even though it's going to be getting into the 30s at night, I got a diesel heater, an insulation kit, and all that, so I'll be toasty inside. Guy I used to work with, Tim, I won't say his last name, but he was saying he was talking to a guy in this area. He's got a large plot of private land. It also borders this river, not far away, and he was describing to him some really weird activity that he has goes on. He basically made it sound like Bigfoot without saying the word Bigfoot, so they're definitely in this area. And that's the key. I mean, they're not everywhere. There's areas that look like they'd be prime, and there's nothing. There's areas like this where they seem to be active. One thing I have noticed is a lot of your active areas have creeks, rivers, lakes, ponds, waterways. I think they follow river valleys, creek valleys. I could speculate why, but in the heat of the summer, they're generally cooler. Obvious source of water. Not hearing any birds right now. Nothing. Like I said, at last light, they should be very vocal and active. Well, we're going to turn around and head back. We're getting just about to that gully. I don't feel like climbing down and climbing up the other bank. It's just too wet and muddy out right now. It is just dead quiet out here right now. All right, we made it to that washed out gully. It used to be I'm assuming a bridge that went over it, but as long as I've come out here, it's been washed out. They just don't care about fixing anything here. Trail continues on the other side there. You just gotta go down into the ditch and scramble up that bank, which is about 8 feet probably, 9 foot. Farther than it looks from here, but Oh, I just heard a bird. We're gonna make our way back. About the time we get back, it should be dark. I just heard a really odd sound from that way. It wasn't not a loud sound, but just kind of like a really odd chirp almost. It wasn't a squirrel. I don't know what it was. It was weird. I'm to watch my footing here. This shit is slippery. Especially with all these wet leaves. Okay, I gotta cross this big mucky spot here, so here we go. This gives you an idea of the conditions of the trail here. All that tax money, I can't even fix the trail. Like I said, it's been like this for years and years and years. This gets a little worse every year. Oh, shoot. Oh. Okay, once again, I'm not going to go over the bridge because they have that closed off. Okay, there, we didn't cross the bridge. It's just dead quiet right now. It's funny, I look through the camera and it looks so much lighter than what it does with the naked eye. It's actually getting dark down in here. Man, this wood is like walking on ice. It is slick. Once again, coming in here, lots of bird noises. As we exit, nothing. All right, there's that. That's just standing muck right there, so. Oh, shit. I just lost my shoe in the mud. That's what it's like here. Oh, shit, there goes the other one. It is just a fucking muddy mess. Okay. All right, I stepped off, went around that boardwalk because it was all dilapidated and non-existent, and I stepped into the, go around it, sucked the shoes right off my feet, so that was a pretty funny one. I mean, it took them right off. Just a mucky mess out here. I'm in my socks right now. Got the old shoes. Oh. Well, I claim going barefoot's good for you, so a little chilly out, but I just don't feel like putting my muddy feet inside these shoes. All right. It is about 43 degrees out. A little chilly for barefoot, but we'll survive. Definitely get better traction. I'm trying to think if I missed my turn. You can barely see this trail right now. Once you get into the leaves, yep, I did. Right there's the turn off. All right. Just gonna stop and listen for a minute. All right, I just heard a thump from that way. It's like a boom. which is also the same direction that the tree was pushed down last year. Whew, my feet are starting to get cold. Oh well. Don't have that far to go. Got a long ways to go. I just say screw it and put them shoes back on. I'm just trying to avoid washing the entire shoe. These are Gore-Tex, and they just take forever to dry if you wash them. Oh, this will be fun in bare feet. Alright, I gotta roll my pant legs up. Hold on. Okay, here we go. There's just no good way to get across here. I really hope there's no screws in these boards. I just heard something rustling over there. Just dead quiet. Like I said, this area was very active with birds coming in. And it's a lot darker in person than what it looks like on screen here. Right down in there is where that tree came down that one time. It is super thick down in there. My feet are officially numb. Luckily, we don't have farther to go. Much further to go. I found what I believe is a track slide on the bank. I've never found any stick structures back in here, which I find odd. I documented that track slide in one of the previous videos. It would have been either a boot or a foot. Large either way, but there was no sole marks of any kind. You can see where it just slid, the heel mark, and there was no tread, which leads me to believe it was not a boot. Any kind of boots or shoes would have left a tread mark. Funny, I can see on screen, but it's getting to the point where with the naked eye, I almost got to turn the flashlight on. Amazing the resolution on some of these newer cameras. Their low light abilities. All right. Almost to the truck. Oh, let's see. I don't want to go out on the main road because that's gravel. That's going to hurt. So we'll sneak up through the woods. Okay, we are back. Well, got some cold feet, but yeah, listen to this. I mean, there is nothing out here as far as birds. We're at last light. They should be active. We'll revisit this spot here before the weather gives out. Like I said, I just happened to be going by and thought I'd take you guys for a walk. So, all right, I'm gonna go home, wash my feet and take a shower and clean my poor shoes. I literally just sucked them right off the feet. Okay, my feet are cold, gotta go, bye. I guessed it was 43 outside, it is actually 38, so that's a little chilly for going barefoot through the mud and water. But we're in the heat now, so we made it.